full emergency turnout for the men of a town's fire brigade. This is a training exercise to see if the lads can cope with any emergency. Admittedly, the 1942 wartime tender has seen better days, but the firefighters themselves are fit and ready for action. These part-time firemen are the crew of the Glenrothes Air Field Fire Brigade in Fife. They're on call 24 hours a day to greet landing aircraft. They must be ready to fight any blaze if a plane has an accident, or be on standby if one is landing in some kind of trouble. Today, a light plane is just about to land. For this training exercise, the pilot has cut one engine. It only takes a few minutes for the lads to be ready for action.
It's always been a very happy fire brigade. I mean, let's face it, they'll let anyone join in. But through the years, only one small thing has somewhat dampened the lads' enthusiasm. You see, the Airfield Glenrothes Fire Brigade was formed 10 years ago, and all through those years, they trained very rigorously to cope with any emergency. The snag is that throughout the 10 years, they haven't fought a single fire.
Thankfully, there's never been an accident at the Glenrothes Air Field. There's never even been a fire, except one like this, which was started by the lads deliberately. In fact, the fire tender they're using now to put out some burning tyres they use for training has seen more action than the firemen. It was in use in London during World War II. The firemen all have full-time jobs away from the brigade. In return for this part-time work, they're paid 50 pence a week off Glenrothes Corporation.
Warren!
They can fight fires all right, as you can see, using their special foam. Only missing in their lives is a chance to do it for real. So more often than not, the only real action the tender sees is chasing away birds off the runway before an aircraft arrives. Then there's the slight problem with the engine itself. It tends to have a mind of its own, though the lads are confident that if a real emergency came up, it would show a devotion to duty and start at first time. What they really need now is a chance to show their worth, to prove that the training from their fire chief, Bill Cameron, has all been worthwhile. The fact is, though, that you only had one emergency in 10 years and the local mob beat you to it.
Oh, I didn't think that was very nice. The first I knew was the police bashed into the field and followed by the fire tender, the proper fire brigade. And I asked them what had happened, what was going on. Oh, they says, you've got an emergency rescue. There's a plane due to land any time, and it was overhead. The engine had cut out. There you are, you see, we lost our chance.
Now, with another successful exercise over, the lads of the Airfield Brigade are returning from the training, secretly hoping perhaps that one day Providence might grant them just a teeny-weeny fire to fight. Well, if that's going to happen, then Providence better hurry up. A commercial firm will shortly take over the airfield, and the tender as well. So these lads will be disbanded and must hang up their hoses for good, wondering in their retirement, perhaps, what it must be really like for a fireman to fight a fire.